me to sing, but I give you a good tour. Now, this island what you're on is called Nassau, New Providence. This is the capital of the Bahamas. Now, the Bahamas consists of 700 islands and over 2,000 rocks. Now, the reason why this island here is the capital of the Bahamas is because this one here sits in the middle of all the other islands and is protected from hurricane. It's a safe haven. If you guys were to visit some of our other islands, you wouldn't come back to Nassau. That's how beautiful they are. Now, this street right here, what we are approaching, is called Bay Street. Bay Street is the main shopping area for the downtown. You got your Gucci, your Pandora, your Fendi, your Rolex, all those stores and more you can find right here on Bay Street. Now, the pink building on your left with the gray shutters, that's our Parliament building. That's where government official goes to make legislation for the country. The Parliament building. Now, the Bahamas, we got independence from Great Britain on July 10, 1973. This year here made us 51 years independence. Very young country. Now, out of the 700 islands, only 16 are inhabited. The reason why only 16 are inhabited, because we have a small population. The total population in the Bahamas is some 400,000 people. Of the 400,000 people, 60% of the population lives right here in Nassau. And the size of Nassau is 21 miles long, 7 miles wide. The reason why the majority of people live here because of work. The majority of work is here. Tourism is the #1 industry in the Bahamas, and this is where all the cruise ships. You guys can't feel the air? Okay, that's good. Yeah. Now, guys, that building what we just passed right there, that's a Supreme Court building. This octagon-shaped building right here, that's the Nassau Public Library and Museum, but before it was a library, that was our very first prison. That had 4 cells at the top, 4 cells to the bottom. First prison in the Bahamas right there on the left. Now the pink wall across the street, that's where the first hotel were built in the Bahamas. Royal Victoria, across the street. Now our first stop is going to Fort Charlotte. At Fort Charlotte, it's a historical fort. That's the largest fort in the Bahamas. Fort Charlotte. We're going to visit that area first, then we're going to continue on with our tour. Now, guys, we are one of the only countries in the Caribbean. Our dollar are 1-for-1 with the US dollar. Same value. Back in the day, banking used to be the #1 industry in the Bahamas. We had over 500 offshore banks right here in Nassau. But in 1992, George Bush put the Bahamas on the blacklist because too many Americans was coming over to avoid their taxes. They're putting the money up. So we had to let the IRS in our banking system. Now this bank right here on your right, that's the Central Bank of the Bahamas. This bank regulates all the other banks, and this one keeps all our money. Central Bank of the Bahamas. Now, the pink wall on your left, that's the governor's mansion. The Governor General is the head of state, and this is where the Governor General conducts his business from. And in this case, our Governor General, she is a female. And they had a statue of Christopher Columbus right there. But during the pandemic, a guy, he hopped the railing with a sledgehammer and he damaged the statue, so they had to remove the statue. Now this street, what we are on, is called Duke Street. The reason why this street is called Duke Street, because because the Duke of Windsor used to live across the street right there at Great Cliff. It's Great Cliff now. Great Cliff is a 4-star Italian hotel, restaurant, chocolate factory, winery. They have the third largest wine cellar in the world. You could find wine in this cellar with value up to $250,000 per bottle. Oh, it's too cold. Oh, okay, okay. Then turn it down. Straight ahead, this is the oldest hotel in the Bahamas, British Colonial Hilton. The Chinese own this hotel right here, but this is the oldest hotel in the Bahamas right here. Now we have two main major hotels, but everybody usually asks to go and visit. That's the Atlantis and the Bahamas. The Bahamas is the latest hotel to open up their doors in 2017. They built Bahamas to give Atlantis competition, and Bahamas is a $4.6 billion resort. It's a Chinese hotel too. It's really, really beautiful, really nice. All this British colonial. This is the oldest hotel in the Bahamas right now. On your left, you got through this corner here, that you got the U.S. Embassy. This going towards West Bay Street. Around the hotel, you got the closest beach and walking distance from the cruise ship called Junkanoo Beach. It's about a 15 minutes walk if you come this way, but if you walk through the hotel, there's a boardwalk to take you back to the cruise port. If you use that boardwalk, it'll be a 5 minutes walk back to the cruise ships. Notice we drive on the left-hand side of the street where we get independence from Britain. We drive on the left, so all the driving, the building code, the law is a Westminster system. We get all that from Britain. Smooth sailing because there are so many ships in the day. We got this traffic. Wherever we have lots of ships, we always have congested traffic. celebration every July, right here at Clifford Park. This is Fort Charlotte, guys, the largest fort in the Bahamas. None of the forts, they never saw any action, so when you look at the fort, all the forts in good working, I mean not working, they're in kind of good shape because they never really saw any action. But that's the guard station. The actual fort is back that way. The fort designed to protect the harbor. Now, once we get independence from Great Britain, all the cannons, they ask for the cannons back. So, yeah, they ask for the cannons back. So, all the cannons what you guys is going to look at, they're not real, they're just replicas.